Hello students, welcome to Social Studies class, and today we are studying chapter 5 of class 6, and the name of the chapter is Major Domains of the Earth, and this is the second part of this chapter. So our first topic is hydrosphere. In Greek language, hydro means water. What do you mean by hydro? Hydro means water. The Earth is called the blue planet. But why? Why Earth is called the blue planet? Because more than 71% of the Earth is covered with water and 29% of the Earth is covered with land. Let us have a look. So here is the distribution. 71% water and 29% land. Hydrosphere consists of water in all its forms. For example, water in oceans, rivers and in lakes, ice in glaciers, underground water and the water vapor in the atmosphere. So these are the examples of the water in all the forms. More than 97% of the Earth's water is found in the oceans and it is too salty for human use. A large proportion of the rest of the water is in the form of ice sheets and glaciers or under the ground, and a very small percentage is available as fresh water for human use. That means 97.2% water is in the oceans and that is too salty. Then if we talk about the water that is in the form of ice sheets and groundwater, that is 2.77%, and we are left with 0.03% with the fresh water. Hence, despite being a blue planet, we face a shortage of water because fresh water is very limited. Now, our next topic is huge water bodies that are known as ocean basins. Oceans are a major part of the hydrosphere. They all are interconnected. That means they all are connected with each other. The three chief movements of the ocean waters are waves, the tides, and the ocean currents. The five major oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the last is the Arctic Ocean. Let us study about them in detail. First, we have the Pacific Ocean. It is the largest ocean. That means if we talk about in size, it is the largest one. It is spread over 1/3 of the earth. Mariana Trench, it is the deepest point of the earth and it lies in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape. Asia, Australia, North and South Americas surround it. Let's see the location of the Pacific Ocean. You can also see that Asia and Australia to the east surrounds Pacific Ocean, and to the west North America and South America surrounds Pacific Ocean. Second is the Atlantic Ocean. It is the second largest ocean in the world after Pacific Ocean. It is S-shaped. It is flanked by the North and South Americas on the western side and Europe and Africa on the eastern side. The coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. This irregular and indented coastline provides ideal location for natural harbors and ports. From the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean. Next is the Indian Ocean. It is the only ocean that is named after a country. Can you guess the name of the country, students? Yes, you guessed it right. The country is India. The shape of the ocean is almost triangular. In the north, it is bounded by Asia. In the west, it is bounded by Africa. And in the east, it is bounded by Australia. Next, we have the Southern Ocean. It encircles the continent of Antarctica and extends northward to 60 degrees south latitude. The Arctic Ocean. It is located with the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. So, the Arctic Ocean is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a very narrow stretch of shallow water, and that narrow stretch is known as Bering Strait. It is bounded by northern coast of North America and Eurasia. Our next topic is atmosphere. In Greek language, atmos means vapor. The earth is surrounded by a layer of gases that is called atmosphere. This thin blanket of air is an integral and important aspect of the planet. It provides us with the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. So our earth is surrounded by a layer of gases जिसको हम atmosphere कहते हैं, and this blanket of air is very important for our planet because वो हमें protect करता है sun की harmful rays से. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on the composition, temperature and other properties. These layers starting from the Earth's surface are called troposphere. Next is the stratosphere. Third is the mesosphere. Fourth is the thermosphere. And last is exosphere. The atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen, which make up about 99% of clean dry air. That means जो हमारी atmosphere है उसमें mainly two important gases हैं. They are nitrogen and oxygen, जो कि total 99% clean और dry air बनाते हैं. And nitrogen उसमें से 78% होता है and oxygen is 21%. And whatever other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and other comprises of 1% by volume. Oxygen is breath of life while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organism. Carbon dioxide, though present in minute amount, but it is very important as it absorbs heat radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the earth, our planet, warm. It is also essential for the growth of plants. You may have heard that carbon dioxide is being inhaled by the plants and they give us oxygen. Our next topic is biosphere. Word origin. In the Greek language, bios means life. It is a narrow zone of contact between the land, water and the air. Our planet Earth is unique due to this zone as life exists in this zone. There are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. That means all kind of species live here, if they are microbes, bacteria or huge mammals. All the living organisms, including humans, are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. The three domains of the earth interact with each other and affect each other in some way or the other. For example, cutting a forest for our need of the wood or clearing land for agriculture may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. Similarly, Earth's surface may be changed due to the natural calamities like earthquakes. Discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use. It also damages other forms of life. Emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles pollute the air. CO2, or you can say carbon dioxide, is an important constituent of air, but increase in the amount of CO2 leads to increase in global temperatures. This leads to the global warming. So what you have studied from this slide is that this biosphere is the interaction between land, water and air. And because of the biosphere, life exists on our planet Earth. All the species, whether they are mammals or bacteria or microbes of every size, are connected with each other. All the living organisms are connected with each other. And all the activities that are done by the human beings affect our environment. For example, cutting of the forest or the trees for our own purpose, or polluting the air by the emission of harmful gases from the industries or the thermal power plants, or polluting the water by discharge of the waste material into the lakes and the rivers. These all the activities of human beings are harming our own environment. Hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.